Hey everyone, this is Locke Outdoors. I know it's been a while, but I got a story to tell you. So stay tuned for after the credits. I'll let you know what I've been up to. See you then. Hey everyone. So you guys may have been wondering what happened to me in the last few months. Well, my health took a massive downturn, and it took me a while to get over it. So I'm now back on my feet, and I got a new outlook on life, which is good to have. And I'm getting right back out into being outdoors. And there's a set of snowshoes up ahead. Yeah, so I'm just starting my hike, and right on the side of the trail there's a set of snowshoes. And there's nobody around. As you can see, they're not like no footprints immediately around it. There's a footprint right there, but I don't see anyone. So yeah, I'm gonna leave those there. Hopefully they'll be gone on my way back. Strange. You never know what you're gonna find when you go outdoors. So while I was gone, I had some things show up for me to do reviews on, and over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be doing those. One of the very first things that I'm trying out is a set of these excellent fingerless gloves by American Adriatic. I can never say that word right. But it's a gentleman on Instagram, Adriatic American. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. That's why I love doing stuff live. You're going to get the raw feeling. But these are handcrafted Bison Leather gloves, fingerless. And I really like these because they're very soft and supple, but I can tell that they're fairly resilient to damage. And it also allows me to activate my camera and stuff without having to take my gloves off, which is another nice feature. If you want to check him out on Instagram, he's got a store page and everything. You can go onto his webpage and you can check out his wares. These are fantastic gloves, and they have a nice clasp fitting on the back, so you can make them nice and tight to your wrists. Pretty good. Yeah, so today I'm walking down to my camp. And there's a very particular reason why. You may have noticed the last month I haven't been posting much content. That's because I got really sick and I had to look after myself. And then I ended up going away for 2.5 weeks to a different part of the country. And while I was really sick and while I was away, we had a very heavy winter conditions. And now I have to go back to my camp for the first time in over a month to see if the tarp is still holding out. Now, I know the frame would be fine, but I'm not so sure about the tarp. So I'm half expecting the tarp to be completely tore from the weight of the snow and ice. That's why I have my sled, because if it is destroyed, I'm going to be bringing stuff back, and it's much easier to carry things on a sled than on my back, especially 4 kilometers. Wow, there's a lot of snow down here. There is a lot of snow. But she appears to still be standing. That's good news. Yeah, so I made it down to the camp, as you can see, after a full month of winter. Not being down here to take the snow off, she still appears to be standing. And I just got to get into it now, but it looks like it's going to be okay. I'm very happy about that. I was expecting that to be completely collapsed with the tarp. So yeah, good news. I bet that's nice and warm inside too. All right, let's check it out. So I just dug out my front door, and as you can see, snow is starting to weigh down the tarp, but for the most part, everything is pretty good, and everything is still standing. It's good and secure. So yeah, overall, I'm very happy with this, and this is certainly still a very viable camp with minimal work. Just a matter of breaking off the snow on the tarp, and everything will be okay. Now, in the future, I will put my reinforcement beams on the inside underneath the tarp. I was going to do it this fall, but I was away when the first snowfall happened, and I never bothered. And as you can see, that's what happens. So yeah, so this survived almost a month and a half, over a month for sure, of heavy snow and winter blizzard conditions and stuff, and still standing, and I'm very happy with it. I never even looked inside my rucksack what I have. Mainly because I'm trying to train myself into always having the basic minimums in here that I need to get through a night if I need it. And I've used this a few times before I went away, but it's been over a month now. So I don't know if I ever restocked it or if I did. The idea in my head is every time I go home, I restock what I used. So we're going to see now if my training of myself paid off. Because I'm kind of hungry, and I never brought any food with me other than what's here at the camp, which is not really all that much other than powdered stuff. And a frozen can of tomato soup, which I may have. We shall see. So I'm using my Finley Goods rucksack, and let's see what I got. I got my fork and knife here, or my spork. And I got 1, 2 granola bars, which will do me quite well for today. Now, let's see what I got for hot beverages. All right, I got a coffee mug, or my coffee pot. Question is, do I have coffee down here? That's the question. That's the real question. Do I have coffee? Mug. I have my fire kit. Everything in here that I need to light a fire. I have my bivy bag in case I need to spend an emergency night out. Bivy bags, I would say, is probably the best piece of kit you can own. If you're going to invest money into a bivy bag, get a good one. And these things can really bail you out of some difficult times. I got some coffee. Haha, looking good. Some chicken noodle soup. So you may have been wondering where I've been for the last little while. It's been a touchy subject for me in the last little bit, but I had to take some time off for my own mental health. I was going through some really difficult stuff, and my previous place of work was not helping me at all. Very toxic workplace environment. People you just couldn't trust with anything. And I had to leave that and get out of it for my own well-being. And the doctor was like, if you stay there much longer, you're probably going to do something dumb. And I think he was right. So I decided to go north, and I've been up north in northern Quebec for a while. Now, on my Facebook page and Instagram, I was just kind of announcing I was up north, and people were texting me and saying that I was in the Yukon and up in the Iqaluit, if I said it right. But all different spots way up north. But I was actually in northern Quebec and up by Hudson Bay. And beautiful country. No communities up there. Probably one or two like small towns. Very isolated. No internet. No cell phone service. And it really allowed me to connect with myself again and to find out who I am. And I'm back home now, which is good. And now I'm back to doing what I do best, and that's doing stuff outside. And I just want to thank everyone who's been supporting me and sending me messages and making sure that I've been okay. And yeah, I came back, and of course, these gloves were sent to me. I had a few other things sent to me to try out. And I feel very loved by a lot of different people, and you guys mean a lot to me. And I'm glad to be making content. Now, I know it's not some like spectacular content that some people are making, special cameras and all that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff. And if it takes off, if my career doing this takes off, then I will. But right now, I'm enjoying my hiking and camping and building my shelters and having coffee, making soup, and getting a chance just to talk to people. And I met a few people on my travels, some very talented outdoorsmen. Some Aboriginal peoples up north. They taught me a few things. And yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. And now for dessert. My favorite outdoor dessert is coffee and granola bar. The two combined together is by far the best thing you can ever have. My humble opinion. But yeah, I'm a big fan of black coffee and granola bar. Mix the two together. Oh boy, you're in heaven. You're already in heaven, but you're in more heaven. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this. See you in a bit. This one is for my dearest friend. I wish you were here with me. So, my dearest friend, I love this person so much. So much. This person is so important to me in my life. And has influenced me in such incredible ways. And one day, I shared the secret of granola and coffee with my dearest friend. And that blew that person away. The sheer amazement in that person's eyes when I dipped my granola bar into my coffee and swirled it around, made like a little slurry, made my absolute year. It's a while back now. But coffee and granola is one of my favorite things. And sharing it with my greatest friend, my dearest friend, is always something that I think about every time that I have this and they're not here. And I miss them so much. Now, I have a few people reach out to me and say, oh, who's your dearest friend? Well, that's my secret. Not yours. But needless to say, I have a person in my life who's been in my life for a long time, actually. And I look up to so much, such a source of strength. And I love that person so much. And I credit that person for saving my life. When my life was taking a downturn, man, someday I'll share my life story with everyone and some of the things that I experienced. But my dearest friend saved me. Now, that person will never admit to it and gets kind of shy and embarrassed when I talk about it. But I owe my dearest friend my life. And I have no hesitations in saying that. So, this one's for you. Wherever you are, you take care. So I've been practicing Adirondack American. Carrie Pratt is the guy who makes the gloves. Adirondack American. I had to practice it so many times before I can record it. Well, I've been steadily walking home now, uphill in snowshoes for about 2.5 kilometers right now. And I am exhausted. No doubt I'm a little out of practice, out of shape for walking with Kit. But it's good to be outdoors. And I'm glad that you're watching. So I'm going to sign off. And yeah, I'm going to try with my new schedule, work schedule. I'm going to try to put out a new video once a month probably. A little bit longer, a little bit more detailed. But this is just my first one back since I've been back. And I got some ideas. I got to design how to make a bed, bushcraft a bed. And I don't think it's been done before. Not on YouTube anyway. So stay tuned for my next video. And we'll see you next time. And this is Locke Outdoors saying thank you so much. Catch you next time.